Hi friends, so today we're going to be making a filter face mask and a reversible face mask. You'll be needing your plate, a ruler, piece of paper, these are the things you'll be needing, elastic, paper, scissors, and as well your materials. You can see. Let's start grabbing the paper. So what I'm going to do right now, as you can see, and also you need a ball marker to be able to do your pattern. So this is what I'm doing. I'll just go ahead and I put my ruler straight like so. I'm going to measure a straight line of 16. This is 16 centimeter, okay? And I'm also going to go here, this angle here, as you can see, and I'm going to do 15 centimeter. Okay, 15 centimeter here. I'll connect the line of 15, and I'm coming here also. I'm going to draw a line of 16 centimeter. I drew a line of 16 centimeter. 16, and I stop there, and I have to connect this line. You can see, like so. So here is 15. You can see here is 15 centimeter. Here is 16 centimeter. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead, measure half of 16, which is 8 centimeter. And from the top part we got here, this top part, you can see, we're going to go ahead, measure 5 centimeter from here, from this top part here. I'll come down here, we'll measure 4.5 centimeter. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to measure half as we did, which is 8. And from this angle here, what we're going to do, measure 4 centimeter. And from here, what we're going to do, gonna measure 5 centimeter. Remember, this is 5 centimeter. This is 4. This is 5. This is 4. And here is the center, okay? So we got this. What we're going to do right now, we are going to take, first of all, we're going to just connect this, the line of 4 centimeter with 5 centimeter. See, like so. Make sure it's straight. I'm gonna connect it like so. When we are done, this is what we're going to do. Just gonna grab your plate like so, put in these lines, you can see. I'm gonna bring it right here, and from here, remember we left 6 centimeter. So from this line right here, this is what we're going to do. From the line of 4, we're gonna connect it like so, making sure this, yeah, like so, and we're going to join this line with this other line too that we made here. So as you can see, you got this like so. We're just going to go ahead, cut it up. So this is what you got, guys. So now we're going to cut that up. Making sure you cut directly with the line that you keep. so we have this. We are going to go ahead and cut our fabric. So as you can see, I'm just going to fold this. Remember, when you're cutting the filter for the pocket, it should be a little bit smaller than the main fabric. Okay, I'm going to put my fabric like some, put some few pins, and I'm going to pin that up. Okay, I'm just putting a few pins, just a few pins, not much pins. Okay, I should be able to hold the fabric for me to cut. I've got these. I'm also going to go ahead cut the other ones, and I'll show you. So, but before we go ahead and do that, remember I said when you're cutting your for the filter pocket, it should be 1 centimeter lesser, or you just 1 centimeter smaller than the main fabric. Okay, so let me just go ahead cut the other part, and I'm going to show you how to stitch that up. So as you can see, I got this and the lining fabric, and I also got this and the lining fabric. So this is what we're going to do. You're just going to grab this like so, but before we do this, you're going to fold one 1/2 centimeter in and half, and put a pin, and we're going to stitch that up. Stitch that up. I'm going to do the same thing for this. What we're going to do, we're just going to put some few pins. We're going to be stitching that up. This is always preferable for you to put your pins like so, so that you can stitch over it. Putting the right side facing each other. Okay, making sure everything matches up, and do the same thing with this other one. Putting the right side facing each other, you can see, like so, and put a few pins there to hold it up, to secure it so it won't move. Okay, so now we just go to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch this as well. So now that we are at our sewing machine, we're going to stitch it up like 2 millimeters away from. I'm going up, remove your pin, back stitch when you get to the end, you cut your thread up. I'm going to do the same thing with this. Start stitching from here. Stitch 1 centimeter away from it. Reach the end, always back stitch, and do the same thing with the other one. Back stitch when you get to the end. Continue doing the same thing with the other one. Okay, remember when you start to make a back stitch, you secure it up. we're done with all the four now. So since we are done, so you can see we're done stitching like so. We're just going to open it up to as possible to put this flat. So you're just gonna press that up, putting this flat like so, open it up, okay? Your 2 finger, making sure if any thread gets your way, you cut that up like so. Do the same thing. So here, this we got our lining fabric. Also do the same thing with this. Open this up and press it. This is the like hand pressing. You just do the way I'm doing, like so. Or if you just want, you just go ahead, press it up, okay? See what I'm doing here? That will keep this straight, okay? So now what we're going to do, as you can see, we're going to take the right side, put the right side and the right side facing each other. I'm going to put a pin, make sure the seams are open. Put a pin here in the center. Okay, now that I got this one, I'm also going to do the same thing here, making sure these 2 seams are open like so. I'm putting a pin there to secure it. Okay, now that we have already put our 2 seams, this is where we're going to separate our elastic into 2. My elastic is measured 7 centimeter. This is 14. You take 14 divided by 2. This is 7. Okay. So we're going to put elastic in here. You see right at this corner, as you can see. Putting it this on top. I'm putting a pin right here. Do the same thing. Make sure your elastic is not twisted. It should be straight. Do the same thing right here. I'm putting my elastic out so it will. Okay. Put my pin. And do the same thing with the other side. I'll show you. Like so. I put my pins here. Making sure my elastic is straight. And do the same thing. Just like so. So you can see. And I pull my elastic a little bit out. And I put my pinning the elastic. So now we're just going to grab here. We'll put some few pins. Put a few pins to secure that up. Let's move that aside. So now we come to this. What we're going to do here. We're going to also join this, the right side facing each other, okay? Okay. We're also going to join this, the right side facing each other, okay? So as you can see, I went ahead and joined this. Open it, it's going to look nice like so, see? Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're just going to grab it like so, do the same thing like with the other side, making sure these 2 seams are open. Putting the right side facing each other, so you can see like what I got here. Remember, this one is shorter than the other one because one got filter pocket. Do the same thing like here. The seam should be open. You see, open this up. And put the pin. Same thing, we're just going to straighten it like so. We'll put a pin I'll do the same thing here with the pin. Just putting some few pins so we secure it. So now that we have our some few pins, we're just going to stitching from here 1 centimeter to here. Okay. So remember, when we're starting, back stitch. When you're getting closer to your pin, move them up. Stitch 1 centimeter away from the top part, from right here to this edge, and make sure and cut this straight up. I'll do the same thing with the other side, making sure I'm stitching. Getting closer to your pin, just remove them. And I'm done stitching. I'll put this aside. I'll continue this other one. And we're going to start stitching from here. One centimeter. Making sure I go through this curve slowly to maintain the shape of it. Remember, we're also supposed to keep 1 centimeter, like 2 centimeter or 1 centimeter. No, 1 centimeter is too small. Keep 2 centimeter that you'll be able to turn it around for this one. Back stitch where I want to keep my 1 centimeter, then I skip again and I continue from the rest. Okay, I got this. We're just going to move the pins, and so after that, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to remove my pins and I'm turn that around, making sure you just go ahead, trim this curve like here, like so. This is put a notch here, so this we're able to open well. Notch it up. Make sure not to cut your thread, okay? Just notch a little bit out and turn this around. Then I fold this in and stitch that up. Let's join our elastic first, so we'll be able to easily insert that in. Just put your elastic like so and stitch over it. We don't want to stitch this elastic with machine. You just go ahead, stitch with hand. Okay? Hand stitch. That depends on you. So I'm just gonna cut that up and do the same thing with this other one and stitch that up. Or you just go ahead, if you don't want to stitch it, you could go ahead and tie that up. Okay. Back stitch about 4 times. So we'll need this. Okay. So we have our elastic, you can see, like so. You can see. We just go ahead, fold this in and put our elastic in between it. See, like so. So we can stitch over the elastic. Okay. See? Like so. Then we fold it again, like so. And remember, when you're making this elastic, make it in a certain way you should be comfortable, because it's something you're going to be putting it on for long time, for a whole day. If you make it too tight, you won't be comfortable with it. Then when I do this and I stitch that up, backstitch, when I get to the end, I just backstitch. Okay. And I do the same thing with this, and say like so. Put your elastic in between it, and say like so. I fold it like so. I fold again. Okay. So we're just going to be stitching it, and again. Move to a sewing machine, you stitch that up and make sure it is straight. Your elastic is straight, don't make it twisted. Shouldn't be twisted when you're just back stitch and I'm sew. All right, okay, we get to the end, back stitch. Now we cut our thread. We have our face mask done already. Just going to go ahead, cut those threads that are not supposed to be there. I'll show you guys the final look. Here are the two final looks. As you can see, this is reversible. If you don't want to put this on, just put this other way. Just turn this like so, and you put that on. As you can see, came out very beautiful. And I also went ahead and I hand stitched the open part we left to turn our fabric round. So you see this one too got a filter pocket right here, so we're just going to grab this like so and put that in. Okay, inserting it inside. Putting the inside. When you get in here, you make sure you straighten that up. You can see it's in here, really in. The tissue paper we put, it is right here at the center. So this is really beautiful, and I hope that you guys love it. It's puffy because the tissue paper is in there. As you can see, this is great. Got a filter pocket, and this is the tissue that I put inside. So thank you all for watching. See you on my next project. You can see that's so beautiful, really beautiful. So you can see, thank you all for watching. See you in my next project. Bye.